Tech lead Albert. Albert's Voice Tech. We're going to talk about From, the TV series From. The last one was about a magical ball or something. Episode 9. Let me see if it's here. Season 2. Where is it? We're just gonna. I'm not using the actress' name. I'm just gonna go by the shoot. Oh, season 2 has 20 episodes. That's good. Oh, there'll be a season 3. Good. Right now we're at season 2. I don't think they're going to solve this thing, but something happened. I want to talk about that. Where is season 2? Season 2 cast episode guide. Come on. Okay, so it's the Once Upon a Time, and the episode, season 2, episode 10, Once Upon a Time. Let me see if I can find the actors. Let me see. How would this work? I don't want that. The cast. Do they tell the cast name? All right. Let's see who's who.
There are 29 people in the cast of From. Here are the
No. Stop it. Stop. I didn't ask you the names. Good Lord. Stop it. I didn't ask you the names. I can do it myself. Let's see who's who. It's very confusing. Okay, I'll just say it like this. Okay, the family that was in the Winnebago, okay, when they crashed. The other guy was in a sports car. He's the one that acts crazy. He's on seeing these images, okay? He went down into the caves, and he saw the children, the ghost children, look like they're half dead. They make it so I was under the impression they were in a place where it wasn't real. Who's controlling it? But then I see what's happened in this episode. So the spoilers. So if you haven't watched this up to this point, there's going to be spoilers. Okay, you already know. Okay, so the sheriff, he thinks something else is going on. He take care of the musical box. Because the music box was tied up with those insects that came out of the blood from the corpse, from the zombie guy. They were actually dead. So the way the whole thing is, they get it all twisted, and you got to figure out the puzzle. But the only one that can figure out all this is the writer, and I think he's just work in progress. But it's a good story, and it's very interesting. So the mother of the little boy and his sister, she got the bugs inside of her, so her eyes turned like a whitish color or like grayish color. And so what happened? The bugs took over. They were in another dimension, and the sheriff, when he destroyed the musical box. Let me see how that worked. I think he was able to go in the cave. See how that went again. No, he lit the torch. The torch took him. Recreated this building, this cavern, where he found the 3 of them, because it's supposed to be based on a nursery rhyme tale. I forget the nursery rhyme tale. I'm not going to go all that. And it was the skinhead, the hippie girl, and the girl's the mom, the girl. Young girl that came off the Winnebago with her brother and the 2 parents. Okay, all right. She was in there, and they were screaming. They were chained. They were handcuffed to the wall. So the sheriff, he had to destroy the musical box, and that was the only way they can get free. Okay, so that's solved. But they went back to their bodies. So you see how this is worked out. So that means it's messing around with your mind. It's like they're in a dreamscape. It's not real place. Somehow they're stuck. Because when the mother went took Victor, I think his name is. Yeah, Victor. The guy who playing Victor, he pretty good. That's a really good role he's playing. Okay, so Victor took her. I can't pronounce her name. Tabin. I'm not gonna sit here and fumble that. He took her to the tree. There's a tree in the woods, but there is bottles, clear glass bottles hanging from the tree. They don't know who put that up. Okay, anyway, she goes into the tree. Boom. She goes where the tower is. It's like a puzzle. It's a mind trip. It's like a mind trip. That's what it is. Certain things are seen. You've seen that dog, that German Shepherd, that black German Shepherd, a wolf howling and barking in there. You've seen them. Okay, you've seen the Walking Dead come out of nowhere and you can't stop them. Bullets don't stop them. Everything is working as like a plan, you know? But anyway, so she goes to the tower. It takes forever for her to get to the top. There's nobody in the tower. There's the light strobing like that. But she's able to see the whole area. And while she's looking, the boy in white comes out of nowhere and says to her, hey, you can't stay here. And then he pushes her out the glass. When she pushes, she wakes up in the hospital. She's at St. Anthony's Hospital. Yeah, she's out of that loop. That's how you get out of there. But the others don't know. So they're going to drag into season 3, I see. How they got there, so somehow it's a mind trip. Some people thought it was hell. It's not hell. They're in this ecosystem, and to get out of it, you have to be pushed out and think of you're going to die. I don't know. It's crazy. So those who get eaten up and die, they get eaten up. Maybe like it's an experiment. See, I didn't see the episode Lost, and I know they crash. It was about a plane crash in an island, and I don't understand how. I try watching it, I get confused. And there's another one that's like this too, and it's called it begins with a W-A-Y something. It's a town surrounded by a forest, and the people they don't know about the outside world. So here we go with another one of those kind of things. But remember, MGM Plus is owned by Amazon, so. But they ain't charging much for it. It's only $5. So if you want to watch the series, you can. Okay. I don't know if Amazon will show it for free. I doubt it though. But they're putting good money into it. It's not like it was the first episode, the first series. They put more money into it, and Epic was running that. Now Epic is not running it. MGM Plus is running it, so they cut back the budget. If I was on the understanding, it was actually filmed in South Carolina. The town. Somehow they moved the town over there. It looks the same town to me. Who knows? Maybe the AI got it wrong. I don't know. But the characters, here it says about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Randall is the new guy. I don't know. Is Trudy the girl? Yeah, I guess so. They look different here. It's not a bad episode, you know? It could be better. You know, I sit there and I watch it like I'm glued to it. You know, and see what happens. They just drag it out, and you have to wait for next week to find out what happened next. It's tough. But I like it. If you guys like it, you know, let me know. Nobody said anything on this channel, so I'll just talk about it. I like watching it. And, you know, it's okay. So that's about it. Yeah, that's how they left it. They left us hanging. So now they don't know where the mother is. They don't think she's dead. But she went to the tower. So or you go to the tower and have the little boy. I think the boy, he is the gatekeeper. And that's what his role is. Maybe it's a computerized game. It's something. It's virtual. And to get out of it, you have to fall out the building. That's what it is. Because they said how did she ask them, the nurse, how did she get to the hospital? They said they found her in the woods laying down. How did she get down laying down in the woods? See? Is she going to go back in her car to go back there again? Let's see, on this thing here, they don't even have the bus driver. It's an interesting thing. We don't really have anything good on, you know. I'm tired of watching these vampires and watching the Walking Dead stuff, and it's boring after a while. How much can they do? Blow them up, blow the nuclear line, and they come right back again. It's over the same thing. This is the same thing over and over again. It gets boring. And the next thing to this would be, I was watching something off the Sci-Fi Channel, but that series is, I don't even know they're bringing that back. That left you in a hole too. But anyway, hey, check out From. It's a good thing. I can't show you pictures. I'm not going to do that. It's copyright information. I guess I can talk about the fictitious characters, but that's about it. How would I rate that series? Out of 10, I would give it a 6. Because it's too slow and it's dragging it out. And it's not. And it's the only thing we got to see is that. What's happening today? Today is what, Wednesday? Star Trek comes on tomorrow. Then you have to wait Sunday before this thing pops out. And that's about it. Well, if you have YouTube Premium, you can get to watch movies and stuff. YouTube Premium, they have their own original stuff, but they haven't spent any money on it, so there's not much going on there. But they're releasing 2022 and 2023 movies and stuff. Most of it's kind of boring as heck. I think these are movies that no one went to see, so they release it. I wish I could write a script. I could write a script and say, hey, make this into a movie. At least it'd be more entertaining than having it boring. I don't miss watching anything boring. I watched something the other night. Well, it's called Time Lapse or something like that. I thought it was pretty good, but then it went from English to another language. It was getting kind of silly. But the kid, I guess his father was in the army. He had a device. You can turn it and adjust it and press the button, and you would go back in time or forward in time. Some kid was bothering him at school. Then something happened to his mother, and he tried to change time, but he was knocked unconscious, and he waited too long, and you couldn't go back. I guess there's only a certain amount of minutes you can go back, and it has to be done right away. So I guess he couldn't save his mother. So they showed him in the future, and he had a device, and he was able to jump ahead into the future, and I guess he was trying to, once the mother's dead, he couldn't change that. It's called Time Lapse or Time Loop. It's one of those things. When was that made? I think 2022. It's not a good movie. It's kind of boring. It's like they just piece together things. I like time travel, but I don't like it like that. This series From, I thought it was time travel, but it's not. They're in a virtual world. Somehow they got put in a virtual world. And it seems real. And the only way to get out of it is to go to the tower and have the kid push out. And that's the way out. Nothing stopped her from going out, the mother. It's weird. She should have went with but the girl was messed up. They all could have gone. They all could have been pushed out, and they would have been back in the hospital, back in civilization. Because technically they're on Earth, but they're in a different world. It's like it reminds me of like Dreamscape, that movie. That's what it reminds me. All right. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right. Take it easy. Bye for now.